Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried lost the Democratic primary for Florida's gubernatorial race Tuesday to Representative Charlie Crist. In her concession speech, Fried vowed that, quote, "We are going to make Ron DeSantis a one-term governor and a zero-term president of the United States." On Twitter, she wrote that in order to do this, quote, "that means rallying behind Charlie Crist." Throughout her campaign, Fried has sought to paint DeSantis as an extremist. DeSantis has often loomed large in the race between Fried and Crist. The incumbent governor is a polarizing figure whose skepticism of COVID-19 mitigation measures and outspoken stance on culture issues has outraged Democrats nationwide and endeared him to Republicans.
Really hard in this campaign. Every single person that I met along this campaign trail, we gave them hope, we gave them inspiration. And I know that every little girl that I met on this campaign trail, every little girl, I gave them something to look up to, something to look forward to. And I know that we are not going to stop fighting. I have been a champion and a fighter for the people of our state my entire life. And while tonight did not go the way that we all hoped it had gone, I know that tonight is the start of a new chapter. A new chapter for the state of Florida. A new chapter for so many of the women that I've met on this campaign trail. And another promise that I made on this trail, and the things that I said, that for every woman whose shoulders that I stood on, the fight that you all had for generations, that baton has been passed to this generation, and we are not going to stop fighting. I do not back down. And we are going to make sure that on the 2024 ballot, that we are going to have that right to privacy, that that new constitutional amendment that I have been promising to people all over the state is going to happen. We are not going to back down. And the other promise that I made to everybody is that we are going to make Ron DeSantis a one-term governor and a zero-term president of the United States. And this is a time that we as Democrats are going to come together. We have to be united like we have never been united before. And I will campaign up and down the ballot to make sure that Democrats are elected into our city and county commission seats, into our statewide elected positions, into our senators, and into our House members. Tonight is about building a bench, and we are not going to stop fighting. So now I am asking every Democrat across the state of Florida, make sure that you are talking to your family. Make sure you're talking to your friends, because we understand that democracy is on the line in November. Democracy, everything that we have been fighting for. Every little girl who has left a country for tyranny, we have to keep fighting for. For every black entrepreneur that is up against a rigged system, we have to keep fighting for. For every teacher who wants to teach, we are going to keep fighting for you. And for every single mom who can't afford their rent, can't afford their property insurance, we are not going to back down until we restore democracy here into the state of Florida and we reverse 28 straight years of one-party control of our state. So I have a couple of thank yous. First of all, to my family. To my family. And to that little girl. Every day I wake up and I fight for her. Every day I know that we have to build a better future for the next generation. And I also want to thank all of my staff that are here in this room. Because while I get to do these speeches, while I get to be in front of these TVs, you are the ones every single day sacrificing your time, your energy, your families, and you had faith in what we were building here. And so I thank you for that. And to Mitchell, thank you. Thank you for passing the baton on to my generation. We are not going to let you down. And I do also want to have two other special shout outs. Kevin, Kate, Matthew Van Name. Kevin was with me in 2018, and we've never looked back. We have started this fight. And Matthew, you took a leap of faith, moved your family to Tallahassee to become my chief of staff. And then you left to become part of this campaign to help create this movement. Because that's what this is. This is a movement. And just like all the women that came before me and all the women that came after me, movements don't happen overnight. Change doesn't happen overnight. So we get up tomorrow and we continue the fight that we have started. And we continue to fight for the future of our state. So, to everybody who's here tonight, to all of my sorority sisters that are here, and another thank you to the Democratic Black Caucus. I would not be standing on this stage tonight if it wasn't for you all. If it wasn't for the black voters in 2018 who campaigned to get me as Commissioner of Agriculture. And I have been so honored and so blessed to be your only statewide elected Democrat. And I know that this is just the start of a very long future that we will have together, and we will do it together. So thank you, everybody.